Yo, what is good, What is good, yo? So when they cry is freaking insane. This episode is another telling sign of just what the heck is happening in this show. It's pretty much my mindset throughout the whole thing most of the time. What am I looking at? Why is this happening? And is there any good that can actually come from any of this stuff? The answer to that seems to be a resounding no. With everything happening, I really feel like I got to understand a lot more of the world, I guess, like the three great families that are supposedly using this day or this time period to be able to just kill whoever they want. Um, the weird part is they didn't really bring up much discussion about the people in white. Like, they're all nameless, right? Like, they are people that just showed up and attacked to get either the guy from her or they just attacked to attack, like to get more people to add to the sacrificing stuff. So I honestly am surprised that so many of the girls were dying. It feels as if she was uh, the main girl who locks her guy up was doing this mainly due to thinking she's gonna help them not die in a different way. Like, this was her way of trying to save them from other people doing stuff to them. But as we saw very quickly, the girls in class were kind of, well, one of them were catching on quite easily. The part that I don't understand is why was the young student, the girl who usually fights with our character, I think she's going to be the last one uh, now that we're going to follow and have an interesting interaction with her and stuff like that. 'Cause that just seems to be how everything's playing out. We have new interactions with every single character so far that uh, we actually heard this girl confessed her love for our main character. So I don't know if that's even going to be a thing next time around, right? Because every time this seemingly happens and goes to the date it needs to, everything seemingly gets reset and forgotten, you know? The other thing is, I thought it gets forgotten, but it almost doesn't seem that to be that case, unless I'm thinking of a wrong moment that he was talking about. But I'm pretty sure he's talking about the girl that was at his house, and she just changed all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure that was one of his big uh, speaking points that kind of told me that there is some regulation of the past. It's just that no one else seemingly knows about it, and to then for him to look at the date and it's further back than when it actually happened might be tripping him out even more to not want to say anything to the people around him. But regardless of that, and I apologize, there's a garbage now picking up, this stuff off the curb. So you guys are probably hearing that in the background as well. My PlayStation 4 5 picks up all sounds, which is just terrific. Um, But with everything that he learns and he necessarily is going to have to put uh, together, it definitely feels like he has some understanding of what's happened previously or prior, but it's hard to really say, right? Because if that was the case, and he did say the girls were acting so weird that he couldn't trust them anymore, how could he have any reason to do that unless he had some regulation of what happened to him, but or what happened between them. So very, very, very interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna drop all together because this show is very, very twisted. But to think that he already pretty much could have found a dead body and it would have sped up the process of this episode would have been actually kind of nutty to see, just to see uh, how much, like, pretty much this was a game of Among Us, actually. Like, literally, the imposter killed almost every single one of her friends, and before taking out all of them, she then ends up dead with the last girl, who is one of the students. Which, interesting enough, they're probably all gonna show back up next week's episode. So I don't know what to think about this show anymore, man. um, they straight up just had an imposter go through everybody and pretty much wins to the point where the imposter's like, I'll just suicide now. I got the people I wanted to get, and I guess I'll just shoot this girl and shoot me. So I'm really, really, really confused on where the story's going or what's going to be the end of it all, but I can't wait to see what it is, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. Peace.